Let me ask you something uncomfortable. What did you actually do today? Not what you planned to do, not what you told yourself you'd do. What did you actually do? Because I'm willing to bet a large chunk of your day just disappeared into your phone, into videos, into nothing you can actually name. And here's the thing, that's not your fault. Nobody sat you down and told you what these years are actually worth. Nobody warned you. And by the time most people figure it out, they're in their mid 20s, staring at their life, wondering how everyone else got so far ahead. This video is that warning, the one nobody gave you. There's this feeling that almost every teenager has. This feeling that real life is somewhere in the future. Like right now is just the waiting room. School ends, then real life begins. You get older, then real life begins. Something happens, then real life begins. But here's what nobody tells you. You are already in it right now, today, this moment. This is your real life happening. And every single day you spend in that waiting room mentality is a day you handed over for free. The most dangerous lie you can tell yourself isn't "I can't do it," it's "I'll do it later." Because later is just today wearing a disguise, and tomorrow you'll feel exactly the same way you feel right now, except one day older, one day further behind. Let me tell you what you're sitting on right now that you probably don't even appreciate. No rent, no mortgage, no kids depending on you, no boss you have to answer to at 7 a.m., no medical bills, no divorce lawyers, no real consequences yet for getting things wrong. You have the single most valuable thing a human being can possess, and you have more of it than you'll ever have again. Time, pure, uncommitted, yours to spend however you time. I'm not being dramatic when I say this. There are successful people in their 30s and 40s who would trade serious money just to get back 4 years of what you have right now. Not their money, not their experience, just the time, just the freedom. And right now, you're spending it scrolling to the bottom of an app that was literally engineered by billion-dollar companies to make sure you never stop. Let me show you something that actually stopped me when I first thought about it properly. 1 hour, just 1 hour a day. That's it. On anything coding, a language, writing, fitness, music, business, whatever genuinely interests you. 1 hour a day is 365 hours a year. Do that for 4 years, and I'm talking about the 4 years most teenagers completely sleepwalk through. That's nearly 1,500 hours of focused skill building. Research consistently shows that around 1,000 hours of deliberate practice makes you genuinely skilled at almost anything, not just decent, actually skilled. So 1,500 hours means by the time you're done with school, you'd be better than most adults at something they've been meaning to learn their whole life. Not because you're talented, not because you got lucky, just because you showed up for 60 minutes a day when everyone else was doing nothing. That's the whole secret. It's almost embarrassingly simple. But here's where it actually gets hard, because the enemy isn't laziness. Not exactly. The real enemy is how good doing nothing feels. Your phone delivers more entertainment, more stimulation, more social validation in 1 hour than your ancestors experienced in a month. Your brain didn't evolve for this. Nobody's did. The dopamine system that was supposed to reward you for hunting food and building shelter is now getting hijacked by short videos and notification sounds. And the result is that sitting down to actually build something, to learn something, feels boring by comparison. It feels slow. It feels like nothing is happening, but that feeling is a lie. Every hour you spend building something real is silently compounding in the background. You don't feel it happening. But one day you look up and realize you've become someone completely different. Someone capable, someone ahead. And every hour you spend chasing the next dopamine hit, that compounds too, just in the opposite direction. I want you to understand something about habits that most people never fully grasp. You are not just doing things, you are becoming things. Every time you choose to sit down and work on something hard, you're not just completing a task, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you are. Every time you quit early, you're casting a different vote, and your identity, who you actually are, is just the result of which vote wins most often. The scary version of this is that it works both ways. Build discipline now and you carry it forward. Build avoidance now and you carry that forward too. The 25-year-old version of you isn't some separate future person. It's just you with 4 more years of daily votes stacked up. So when you say I'll start being disciplined when I'm older, what you're actually saying is I'll start being disciplined after years of daily practice being undisciplined. And that's not how any of this works. Look, I'm not telling you to be perfect. Nobody is. You're going to waste days. You're going to lose weeks sometimes. You're going to start things and drop them. You're going to fail at stuff and feel stupid about it. That's just being a teenager. That's just being human. But there is a massive difference between occasionally losing time and structurally throwing all of it away. Between a bad week and a bad 4 years. The people who look back at their teenage years with genuine regret, they didn't have some dramatic failure, they just consistently, quietly chose the easier option every single day until one day the easier option had cost them everything they actually wanted. Most people watching this will do nothing with it. That's just the honest reality. They'll feel something for a few minutes and then go back to exactly what they were doing. And I get it. That's how these things usually go. But somewhere in the people watching this, maybe you, maybe not, someone is going to decide that today is actually different. Not because of some massive life overhaul, just one small shift, 1 hour, one thing, one decision to stop waiting for later. And that's where everything starts. Not in some big dramatic moment, in a quiet choice that nobody sees. These years don't come back around. There's no second run, no do over. The only question that actually matters is what are you going to do with yours?